Welcome to episode 2 of the No Running Challenge in World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore. My name's JT Moo. Let's get to walking. Alright, we're getting started by logging into Kalgoresh. There's one critical thing we've got to do before we get to moving at all, so let me take my hands off the keyboard. We've got to make sure we press that toggle walk keybind. That is always got to be square one. Alright. It is now selected. Last we left off, we completed everything up to this point. We need to go back to the Burning Blade Coven in order to collect the medallion and Thazril's pick. So we've got a little walk ahead of us. Last time we almost had a little close encounter. We had another spawn issue with the Vile Familiars, but we ended up making out of it. So we didn't perish too early. I don't think we'll have too many issues. Early zones, it's the later zones I'm really getting concerned about once we actually get to that point. But we got a ways ahead of us, quite a ways ahead of us. But I think having a pet will help eventually as well. I think that's kind of the reason why I chose the hunter class. Now granted, again, I do have some other challenges in mind for classic hardcore that'll break the dynamic of how classes actually work. I'm going to take away kind of like a core component of the class and see if we can still hit level 60 in the hardcore permadeath environment. Go ahead and track that one. As of this time right now, the War Within drops tomorrow. I do have early access, but I haven't played it at all. I've been more focused on these types of endeavors. I am really excited to get into it. I'm thinking about going on my warrior and kind of slow playing it through the zones, checking out how it's going to feel, what have you, on my level 70 warrior. But with this episode, my goal is to at least make it to Sinjin Village and maybe knock out a quest or two there. It's a longer walk, so we've got some time to kill for sure. We'll probably have to kill plenty inside there, but I'll tell you the... Okay. Yeah. I definitely want to hit level 6 before leaving the Valley of Trials. That's the goal, because we need to get the Arcane Shot, and I think it's Hunter's Mark 2 that we have an opportunity to get. That is what I definitely want to do before we leave Valley of Trials. Last time, when I gave it my first attempt, when I made the mistake of that, actually running, forgetting to do the toggle walk, I ended up bouncing out of Valley of Trials before hitting level 6, so I didn't get to do the training. Miss. Alright, when we get inside the coven or the cave, we're going to hit a counterclockwise rotation. We'll get the guy that we need to in there, and then we'll come back on the way out for the waterfall. Already got those. We don't need to equip them. Yep. There's definitely going to be some spawns coming in here, so we got to be careful. Be cautious. Exactly what we're doing, making it harder than what it actually is. Is that a smart thing? I don't know. But real recognize real. I appreciate the recognition.
It's too far away.
Just realized my aspect wasn't applied. Wonder how long it's been like that. Hunter fail. Let's hopefully get one more off. One more? Nice. Another couple games that I've added to the agenda is going to be the Final Fantasy line. It was always a game that escaped me in my younger days, and I commented on a video from the Karazhan library. It was one of the lore videos he recently released, and someone ended up mentioning Final Fantasy 14, and yeah, it reminded me that's a game line I haven't played in quite some time, or not ever rather. It's a game that's always been on the agenda. So I'm wanting to get a fresh look through that. That'll be pretty fun. I'm really getting into the lore of things. There's a wiki I found that has kind of the timeline of World of Warcraft, but more recently on YouTube I supplemented with, I think that's what's already equipped. Nope, not even close. The Karazhan library, mentioning them, he's got a good YouTube video that kind of breaks down a condensed version of the lore of the Warcraft world. I haven't quite finished it. I've made it about halfway, 3/4 of the way through, somewhere in that range. And so I'm wanting to go ahead and finish that. Get max range on this guy. One more. Nice crit. Easy money. We should be able to sell enough in our inventory to be able to afford our training when we get back. Now we just need to get Thazril's pick. Oh god, okay. I forget about the evade reset. While we're here, fighting our way out of the cave, just a couple reminders. We're not allowed to run, obviously. Even when we're mounted, we're going to be doing the toggle walk. It's not any faster on a mount. Once we discover flight paths are allowed. Those are forms of travel that are allowed. So should we need to venture into a city or anything like that, we are allowed to do that. At least we got Serpent Sting off. I might actually start up one of the other challenge series for Classic Hardcore 2. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do it with a rogue. Nice. Yeah, I think if I start this next challenge series, I'm gonna do it with a rogue first. And I think that'll keep it pretty interesting too. Again, the idea of some of the other challenge series I've got going on are going to be to take away a critical class component. And so by the time this video airs, maybe I'll have started that journey Not 100% sure. I think for this series, I'm going to aim for, or at least twice a week. I know it's going to make the journey pretty long. But, like I said, I got time. I'm not in a rush. I'm here to enjoy the content, have fun, and play. Not rush around to make it to the end game like I used to. Even if I'm having fun in my own way, that's all that matters. That is what I'm here for. Cheesy, quirky content. Yo, those crits are banging. Just keep it up. We'll just leave that. What will drop for? I don't know what we'll drop for it, but trying to think. Okay, so we're gonna hit once we finish up Duratar, we're gonna head into Barrens. I'm trying to remember where we're gonna head after that. I guess we'll see where Barrens takes us. It has been so long since I've had the classic experience, so I have no idea beyond the Barrens. Do we drop down in 1,000 needles? I do remember from the vanilla days. Oh gosh, yeah. We're going to just do that. From the vanilla days, I think a couple of my favorite areas much later on. Ungoro Crater, that was one of my favorite spots. Faralas. Where else? I loved Tanaris, of course. Silithus was always there. Yeah, Faralas was a big one. The run into Winter Spring was always horrible. Because I think if I recall correctly, you got demounted in that tunnel. You weren't able to mount through. And you had to deal with, I can't remember what the mob names are, but you had to deal with all them on the way through. We should definitely hit level 6 on our way out of this. Let's see. Okay, so those are maxed out. Don't recall when we get higher level skills on that too. This is going to be just a flat out learning experience. And, you know, I think one of the other things I'm going to do is on these other challenge series, I'm going to go to the Alliance side. 99% of my WoW experience comes from the Horde. I think I've tried a couple Alliance characters way back in the day. Technically, my only Alliance character right now is a boosted Worgen just to go knock out the allied races to pick up the new allies race types. But aside from that, I really don't have any Alliance experience, and I think, you know, going in as a Night Elf or a human or any of those in general, I think it'll be just a fun little learning experience. Because I never got to really do that, so I'll be literally walking blind. I won't be walking in those challenge series, but you catch the drift. You understand what I'm trying to say. That was level 1. I think the fun thing about doing this, again, whether this blows up or not, I don't care. I just want to have fun. I'm glad I'm finally stepped into the challenge. Something I let weigh on me for a very long time. You know, I had this stuff in the making for many years before actually stepping to, so I'm here now. That's what matters. Hope to be entertaining enough to keep you guys local, enjoying the channels. content.
Inventory is full.
Right, I know my inventory's full, but if it's something stackable, I need it. I want to sell it. I know. It's okay. How much experience will a level 2 boar give us? Speaking of little boars here in Valley of Trials, whenever I got the ethereal trader pet, my banker tune, I decided I want to get the whole garb that he had to offer, but you had to kill things in order to get the souls or spirits or whatever it was for it. I want to say it equates to something like 1,400 things to get the full outfit. My level 1 bang tune, I came back here to the Valley of Trials and I turned the experience off, and I killed 1,400 boars. It was quite the experience, quite the grind. Felt like that kind of like a version of that South Park episode where they were getting to level 60 by killing boars. I don't really care for much for South Park nowadays, but back then that World of Warcraft episode was golden. It was so funny. Alright, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take the Sarkov shortcut. Kill a couple more Scorpids on the way out. Just to make sure we hit that level 6. I don't think it'll ever hurt to be over leveled here. Yeah, let's see. For the other challenge series, I'm gonna go rogue. But what else? What race? Let me see. What race am I going to do? Trying to look at the abilities and whatnot. I think I might go gnome. I think I'll go gnome. I'll do a gnome rogue. Still basic, but have some fun with it. That'll be something I probably start working on pretty quickly. Good crit. More? No? It's alright. It's alright. Okay. Let's go turn some things in. Hopefully one turn in will get us to where we need to. To level 6. Get our training. Stop at Thazra on our way out. Start making our trek to Sinjin. I got a little story set up for you guys. A little positive and encouraging bit for on our way out of Sinjin, or on our way to Sinjin, out of the Valley of Trials. YOLO. Oh my gosh. Okay, I forget. Fall damage is a scary thing in hardcore. I'm trying to remember the distances that I can do. Don't want to overestimate. Sell, sell, sell. Pretty much our entire inventory we can dump. Yes, for the Horde. Loktar Ogar. I don't know how I'm going to feel about playing an Alliance character. You know, I'm speaking to 12-year-old me playing an orc. Come on now. Of course we had to be the bad guy back then. Mukra. Okay, I gotta remember how to do the... It's your task complete, Kalgoresh. You have the Burning Blade Medallion. You retrieved it. Well done. Your efforts within the Burning Blade Coven are key in rooting... Where did I go? In rooting out this cult in the Valley of Trials, but I fear they have further aims in our land. We have not seen the end of them. That we have not. Go! Report to Sinjin Village. Your trials against the Burning Blade are finished here in the valley, but I want you to report your findings. Go to the troll village of Sinjin and seek out Master Gadrin. Sinjin Village is east of out of the valley, then right at the fork. Tell Gadrin of the Burning Blade, and that they have reached the Valley of Trials. Discover from him if they have yet reached Sinjin. Go, Kalgoresh, and be swift. I fear the evil found in the Burning Blade Coven is but the herald of a larger threat. Yeesh. Asinkta training of the ways of the Hunter. That is not where I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna change things up a little bit. Okay. Gotta remember this quirky voice we got for Thazrael, because he's a foreman. Ah, yeah, it's every level you get in. Okay, yeah. All right. You entered the Burning Blade Coven, Kalgoresh. Did you find my pick? Great, you got it. Thanks a lot, Kalgoresh. This is my favorite pick. Now, if the peons ever finish chopping down trees, maybe we could find a nice cave to mine.
Be safe.
Deuces, Thazrael. And good riddance. Good riddance. All right, now we're making the walk here. I need to hurry up and get that pulled up. Let me pull it up. I'm taking forever. All right, so this is an adaptation of the story Star Thrower by Lauren Isley. One day, a man was walking along the beach when he noticed a boy picking something up and gently throwing it into the ocean. Approaching the boy, he asked, "What are you doing?" The youth replied, "Throwing starfish back into the ocean. The surf is up and the tide is going out. If I don't throw them back, they'll die." "Son," the man said, "don't you realize there are miles and miles of beach and hundreds of starfish? You can't make a difference." After listening politely, the boy bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it back into the surf. Then, smiling at the man, he said, "I made a difference for that one." The whole point of that little positive short story, cheesy, might be, I don't care, I'm cheesy. Okay, so remember, the whole point of that little short story is impact. And so on this little trek into Sinjin, I wanted to talk to you guys about how you can make an impact in people's lives around you, right? I think if you're in a good spot mentally, it is important that you try to have a net positive impact on the people that are around you, be it your family, be it a stranger that you happen to be crossing paths with. You know, there's too much negativity in the world already. There's so much toxic. I mean, look at World of Warcraft, for example. The community is unbelievably toxic. You know, I used to have, way back in the day at least, for me it was vibrant. But I still remember what Baron's chat was like. I remember the OG Barons. Me and my dad almost bought a shirt that said I survived Baron's chat way back in the day. But, you know, this game's unbelievably toxic, and I'd like to bring a positive component to it. Not that I'm going to have a significant impact, but maybe one day I can make somebody smile in the game, and you know that in and of itself is worth it. Christ said, I'm a man of faith. I'm going to bring faith into this. It is what it is. It's just part of who I am and what this channel is going to be. But Christ said the greatest among us are servants. So if you are in a good spot mentally and you have the opportunity to make an impact, I think it's something that you should definitely do. It's very rewarding. You know, servitude is one of the easiest ways to get a great dopamine rush. It 100% is. right? You know, these things are good dopamine rushes too, but eventually they deplete because it's the same essentially monotonous, tedious thing over and over. But if you're making an impact, the way you impact somebody's life and the way they respond is going to be different each and every time. I think it's something that you could truly indulge in and enjoy. You know, like I said, if Christ said the greatest among us are servants, if you are not in a good spot mentally, it may be difficult to provide that service to others. So we're going to pause for just a brief moment before we continue the trek into Sinjin. We'll read Ukor's quest. A peon's burden. Excuse me, can you help me? I have a lot of food here. I walked along the road and braved scorpions and spiders and worse. I brought the food to the Valley of Trials because I thought they needed it and I like to help out. Impact, right there. How ironic. But they don't need any food. Now I have to take it back to Razor Hill and I'm afraid of all the beasts along the way. Can you take it for me? I'm just a peon, but you're a hero. You fear nothing. Take it to Innkeeper Grosk at the Razor Hill Inn. Thank you. All right, I forgot that quest actually said that he wanted to help out, which is cool because it goes along with the story. But on our way back into Sinjin here, on our way into Sinjin here, if you're not in a good spot mentally, I think it's important for you to try to make that impact for yourself, right? Like if you find it hard to make an impact for somebody else, it's because you got to start with yourself. One of Jordan Peterson's rules in 12 Rules for Life, if you haven't read the book, I highly suggest doing so. It's the second rule. It effectively is saying treat yourself as if you're somebody you're responsible for helping or taking care of, right? And I think that's super critical. A lot of us, some of the examples he gives, if you get a prescription filled, like I can't remember the percentages off top, but a great majority of people fill the prescription and don't take it or don't fill the prescription at all. So very few people of the people that actually go to the doctor to see what's wrong or what have you actually do anything about what they've been prescribed or diagnosed with. And it's because we don't feel worthy to take care of ourselves. You have to focus on taking yourself as if you're somebody you're responsible for helping. That also kind of goes in line with one of Christ's commandments, which said to love your neighbor as yourself. The outright implication of that is you have to be able to love yourself before you can love your neighbor. If you are to love your neighbor as yourself, if you don't love yourself, you're not going to be loving your neighbor very well. So, you know, if you spend more time cultivating your Garden of Eden, you know, building up the space around you, that's another one of his rules too, is make your bed before you go about criticizing the world. I think it's phrased a little bit different in the book. It's been a while since I've read it, but that's the gist of it. Put your house in order before you go about changing the world. That's more of the lines. And I think if you could do that, if you could focus on just making your bed in the morning, doing the things you have to do around the house, you come home into a more positive environment. You come home into an area that's cleaner, better energy, what have you. So thanks for coming to my little WoW talk. We're going to get started here with the questing in Sinjin. See where we're at time-wise. I think we're doing good. What we'll probably do, we'll go collect all the quests, all that fun stuff, get started on one of the quests here, and then probably call it a night without completing everything. All right. Velrin Fang. Velrin. We're going to give him kind of like a vampirish accent. Many of the hides we use from... I said try. Come from Durtar tigers, Kalgoresh, blankets, armors, tins. There are great many reasons we hunt the beasts, and many reasons we let them thrive at the same time. The time has come for us to cull the flock, so to speak. Our numbers grow, and our needs are beginning to overwhelm our socks. It sounds like it says socks. I need more hides, if I'm to prepare suitable goods for our people. Bring me 4 Durtar tiger furs, and I shall reward you. You can find them on the island south of here. It wasn't 2 vampires, it was more like bad Russian than anything, but who am I to judge myself? Master Vornal. I'll try troll again. Although... that wasn't troll. Although my eyes fail me, I still can see clearly though, enough. More often I must rely on my alchemical skills to aid me in magics that once came so easily, but I refuse to take an apprentice. No troll or orc worthy enough has ever come forward. Are you worthy? Yes, of course you are. Of course you think you are. I need a few things. Will you get them for me? I need intact Makrua eyes. And the vials of Crawler mucus. You can find them on Makrua or Carla in Duratar. We shall speak again soon. Not very good troll, but I don't care. Trying to my heart's content. Your report comes at a bad time. The Burning Blade is not seen here in Sinjin, but their evil has taken seed off the coast, on Echo Isles. The orcs are friends of Darkspears, honorable friends. We want to help the orcs, but we need help too. Minshina's skull. I hear the voice of my brother, Minshina, calling to me in my dreams. He was taken by Zalazane, the warlock on the Echo Isles to the east, and he is dead. But death is not freedom for my brother. Minshina's spirit was trapped within his own skull by Zalazane's magic. In my dreams, I see it with other skulls, in a circle of power on the largest Echo Isle. As long as it remains there, my brother's soul is doomed. Please, Kalgoresh, find the circle and retrieve Minshina's skull. Bring it to me. Free him. Zalazane. The witch doctor Zalazane dwells on the Echo Isle to the east. They are the isles we once called home. From there, he sends his trolls to the mainland to hex our people and drag more of them under his sway. He must be stopped. Defeat Zalazane and his minions. Former Darkspear trolls, now lost to us. Bring me his head, and I will know his reign of evil is over. We at Sinjin Village are not without our own troubles, and we thank you for your aid. But the news you bring regarding the Burning Blade could be trouble for everyone. There is an orc station at Razor Hill. Orgnil Solskar, who polices Duratar from evil such as the Burning Blade. Go to Orgnil and tell him of our plight, as well as your news from the Valley of Trials. He will want to know these things. Razor Hill lies to the north. Alrighty then. Only really have one thing to sell. Oh, there it is. There's another quest. We gotta go get it. I walked right past it. Stabby doo. I think this has to do with the centaurs, huh? The attack plans, I believe. I think on the next episode, we're probably going to look through some lore stuff. I think that is something we are going to do. Oh, we have to head back into Sinjin. Fording Kolkar aggression. Lower your voice, Hunter. The Kolkar centaurs lie just over the ridge to the west in Kolkar Crag. Last night while they were raiding, I snuck into their village and discovered that the dirty beasts have a 3-tiered attack planned on the trolls and orcs of Duratar. We mustn't let their invasion come to fruition. Perhaps you can muster the might needed to infiltrate Kolkar Crag and destroy their attack plans. Last I saw, they had divided them up amongst 3 of their leaders. I think we'll go for Solvent Spirit first. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I got no experience. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go to the Isles first. I think we'll do the Isles, that, boom, boom, and then head up into Razor. Not all of that's gonna happen tonight, but it will be a start. The herbalist. We need herbalism. And then where is the alchemist? Is he in here? Nope, he's up there dancing. I'm being a Knights person. We're not going to talk about the Olympics. You got the look of someone wanting an adventure. Me, I had enough of that each time, by the time we trolls came here. Now I take each day as it comes, and I train other folks to handle adventures for me. Well, thank you for the training. Meowzon. Solvent Spirit, here we come. Yeah, that one's not trackable. That's just to deliver food.
Who you be?
I be Kalgoresh. Yeah, this little beach has bad memories. If you saw in episode 1, this is where I made my absolute horrible mistake. I can't believe it took me so long to realize. I cannot believe it took me so long to realize. I'm still in shock. It was so natural. It's so natural just to run and then AD key like that. Jump, spam jump during Yeah, so bad. So bad. So heartbreaking. That misses. That misses my first arcane shot's wiggity whack. Okay. I like arcane shot.
It's too far away.
Maybe I will have greater need for mana than I realized. I forgot about hunters and the need for that. Not what I wanted. All right, no more getting rid of my water, huh? No. 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 Okay. At least it kind of recuperates a little bit quicker than I thought out of battle. Out of combat. That is something. That is a positive. Yeah, I don't know why Hunter's Mark makes it go so slow. That's why I wasn't getting it. So I gotta wait to do Hunter's Mark before I actually... Okay. Lesson learned. Finding the quirks. I probably could have got one more hit off. Mark Rurers, I believe, are in the water, yeah. Need to hurry up and get a Hunter's Pet. When does that happen? When does getting a pet happen?
It's too far away.
I don't remember from a classic standpoint. I do not recall. Do I swim slower? I need to swim everywhere I go. Oh my goodness. Now, I'm calling it now. If for some reason I get out of the water and toggle walk is messed up, I'm not restarting. Because that's the game cheating me. I'm just calling it now. I refuse. Harry. Oh, this one would be level 8. Just wondering why I'm just... Wondering what took so long on that one. Scary. Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. There's a quest here for the raptors too, isn't there? I don't remember.
That spell isn't ready yet.
I don't recall. Man. Oh, this is going to be a wild, wild thing.
Still recharging.
This is going to be wild. Trying to recall all of the quests of Classic. I'm gonna hurry up and level up. At least be level 7.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Getting over there is gonna be scary. Real scary.
Recharging.
Weird how the sound of water just stops like that.
That spell isn't ready yet.
One more? Nope. Not one more. The Quay has hit level 60. Congratulations, DeQuay.
Recharging.
We are more than 50% of the way there.
I need a target.
I need eyes. I got 1.
It's still recharging.
Oh, this was another level 8. Tanky son of a gun.
Isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
I don't want to have to use my only potion.
Spell isn't ready yet.
Ooh. Alrighty then. It's gonna let me walk right here. Do some recovery. Oh yeah, look at that. Underwater eating. Now that's how you do it. That is how it's done. Yeah, we might be, if we're ever close to water, we are swimming on the shores. For sure. Alright. We're going to get to the shoreline, and that's where we will call it for the episode. I need to be a little bit more wise about my health. I think I engaged that last one when I'm still not quite full, so that could be dangerous. Yeah, I'm going to have to be smarter about my health. We are looking to make the challenge more difficult. That is for sure. We are not looking to make it undoable because of bad decision making. I'm going to say we're bush camping and logging off here. This might be a respectable spot. We might not come in seen. But that's it for the episode, guys. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you joining me. I hope you enjoyed the little quirky content. I hope you enjoyed the little positivity as well. I know you don't always get that on YouTube. I know you definitely don't always get that on World of Warcraft. So I hope you choose to come hang out with me for episode 3 and some of the other challenge series we're going to do. Again, if you did like the content, make sure to hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, so you get notified of when this content goes live, when it launches on YouTube. And if you can, go head over to my Twitch channel, give it a follow as well. That way, whenever I do finally start to get to go live in general, you guys can join me. I appreciate your time. Have a blessed day.